Hi, this is Tim Cant for Loop Masters, and in this video we're going to look at how we can smoothly transition from a breakdown to a drop, and also show you some simple ways to edit loops to help them sit together better and make them more versatile generally. We're going to use Loop Master's Soulful House Revival pack in Ableton Live for this demonstration, but everything you learn here is relevant to other sample libraries and DAWs. All the loops in Soulful House Revival are at 125 BPM, and as we don't want to perform any unnecessary time stretching, we'll start by setting the project tempo to 125. For this demonstration, we're going to make a summertime groove with a little bit of a garage broken beat feel. We're going to start with A Feel Rhodes V1, which is an electric piano loop with a smooth laid-back vibe. We're definitely going to want a bass line in this track, so let's audition some bass sounds. A feel elect bass works well, but the second half of the loop doesn't work quite as well as the first half, so let's loop it up to only play the first 4 bars. Note that we're going to be turning down the levels of the tracks as we go so we don't clip the master. Next we need a beat. Soulful House Revival is chock full of great sounding 4x4 beats, but we've got a cool live feel going on with our Rhodes and bass guitar, so let's go for something a bit funkier. The beats in this pack are provided as stems as well as full loops, so we can grab drum 6 kick snare and cut it up into a 2-bar 2-step pattern like so. We've just done this by ear, so we know that we've got something that sounds good with the groove of the bass line. We're going to use the hi-hat loop from the same set as the kick snare pattern, which is drums 6 hats, to provide our beat tops. We simply loop this up and play it over the kick and snare pattern, but to make things interesting we can change the start point of the sample, which very quickly gives us a different rhythmic feel. For example, putting the start point at 114 gives us a lolloping Latin feel. We're going to opt for 1.2 in this case to keep things smooth and rolling. It feels like we could do with a vocal at this point, and A sharp neon vox is definitely the right vibe. But as you can tell from the name of the sample, it's been recorded in A sharp rather than A. Our Rhodes loop and bass loop are in A, but that's not a problem because practically all DAWs are capable of time stretching loops in real time, and we only need to pitch the vocal down a semitone for it to be in the right key. It's worth noting that the time stretching algorithm you select in your DAW will affect the quality of the results. In live, we'll get the best results for this material if we select complex pro mode, which formant shifts the audio to give the vocals a more natural feel. The second half of the vocal starts slightly before the bar, and this doesn't really fit with the rest of our groove, but we can remedy this easily by dragging it back so that it starts bang on the bar. At this point we've got full groove, so let's work out our transition. We definitely want the beats and bass to be playing on the drop, so let's just do the simplest thing possible and have the musical elements play during the breakdown and have just the beats and bass playing on the drop. This sounds okay on playback, there's nothing too jarring going on, but the transition would be a lot smoother if we masked it with some effects. Key Crash FX V1 is ideal for this, and if we start the sample on the bar before the drop, we get the white noise burst right on the drop, which helps accentuate it and lets the listener know that something important is happening. There's just one little niggle with what we've got so far. At the end of the Rhodes part, there's a note that leads back into the start of the loop, and this sounds unnatural if it just cuts off dead. The easiest way to deal with this is to apply a short fade at the end of the clip. This gives us more of a breather before the drop too, which helps accentuate it further. Once you've created this fundamental moment in the track, it makes it easier to arrange the rest of it. For example, you can bring the Rhodes and the vocal back in, then take them out as you like to create a variation.